Kirby Puckett, a beacon of hope, a symbol of determination, and a testament to the human spirit. Join us as we unravel the journey of this baseball legend, a story marked by incredible highs and heartbreaking lows. It's more than just baseball, it's about overcoming adversity and proving the impossible is possible. Chicago beginnings, the humble roots of a future star. In the heart of Chicago, a star was born. Unbeknownst to many, this unassuming environment was about to produce a baseball legend. Kirby Puckett was born on the 14th of March 1960 in Chicago to parents William and Catherine Puckett. William Puckett was a postal worker, and Catherine stayed at home raising Kirby and his 8 elder siblings. The Pucketts, limited by extreme poverty, resided in Robert Taylor homes on the south side of Chicago, a poor neighborhood plagued by crimes and uncertainties. But out of this unfavorable environment, Kirby would develop a strong taste for baseball. As a kid, he started by playing at home with bats made from aluminum foil and rolled up socks as balls. This childhood hobby quickly turned into a passion. Puckett played baseball during his high school years, but because Calumet High School was in a crime-infested neighborhood, no scout ever dared to go watch their games. It seemed like Puckett's incredible talent and ability were all for nothing, as no university offered him a scholarship by the time he graduated. But things were about to change for the baseball star. Road to stardom, Puckett's breakthrough in baseball. Chasing a dream wasn't easy, but Puckett was no stranger to hard work. A flicker of hope was all he needed. His chances of going pro were next to none with the odds that were against him. But Puckett refused to be told he couldn't make his dreams come true. Following his graduation, Puckett started working at a Ford Motor Company plant where he got laid off after a year. With every passing day, it looked more and more certain that Kirby Puckett was never going to play baseball in the major league. But that didn't deter Puckett from his goal. That's why when he heard there was a major league tryout camp in Chicago, he didn't think twice about signing up. There were thousands of kids at the tryouts, but despite outperforming everyone at the camp, a scout dismissed Puckett as just not good enough. But as Puckett was just about to get into his friend's car and leave the camp, Bradley University coach Dewey Calmer walked up to him with news that would change his life forever. Calmer told Puckett that Bradley University wanted to offer him a full scholarship. His parents were the first people he broke the good news to. They couldn't afford to send Kirby to college, even in Chicago, let alone out of the city, so you bet they would be insanely happy about this. Puckett had taken one huge step toward his dream, but things were about to take a turn for the worse almost immediately. 2 weeks later, Kirby got a call from his sister that his dad had died. Kirby went back home to moan and would have spent longer with his family, but his mother had told him he had come too far for family matters to be a hindrance to his lifelong dream. And so, he went back. After a year at Bradley, Puckett transferred to Triton College, where he continued to play the sport he was so passionate about. His years of hard work would prove to be worthwhile, as in 1982 he would get drafted. The Minnesota Twins finished 7th in the 1981 season and had the lowest fan attendance in American League West. Twins needed a star, and Puckett needed a stage to shine on. Fate brought the two together, as he would be the 3rd overall pick for the Minnesota Twins the following season. Puckett was earning $600 a month playing in the rookie league team, the Elizabethan Twins. As much as he was as close as he had ever been to his goal, his time there was rough. Training equipment was terrible, getting uniforms washed was a hassle, and this was far from what Puckett dreamed of. But in 1984, he got his big break after receiving a call to go to the majors. It would seem Puckett had climbed the tallest mountains just to get to the MLB, but this was just the beginning of a career that would never be forgotten, as long as baseball still existed. In full swing, Puckett's era of dominance. Puckett's first year had the whole league startled. In his first full season, he led the league in at-bats, was 2nd in plate appearances and 4th in hits. And in 1986, he not only won the Gold Glove and Silver Slugger awards, but made his first All-Star appearance and continued to do so every other season till he retired. All these accomplishments were nothing to what Puckett achieved with the Twins in 1987 after he helped them reach the postseason for the first time in over 15 years. The city of Minneapolis was starting to turn into a ghost town, with fans having nothing to celebrate in a long time. But that all changed when the Twins won the American League Series in 5 games against the Tigers. The whole state of Minnesota treated this win like it was a World Series because at the time, making it to the World Series alone was good enough for them. Twins fans didn't have high expectations as they were going up against a Cardinals team that had made it to the World Series thrice in 6 years and won it once. But the Twins dared to believe, and in a 7-game series, they beat the Cardinals to clinch their second World Series title in 65 years. It was all celebration in Minnesota, as more than 1,000 fans took to the streets to celebrate. Clearly, Puckett was a priceless asset to the Twins, and they were ready to break the bank and records to keep him in Minnesota. With the wild escalation in player salaries we've seen the last 12 months and recognizing the importance of Kirby Puckett to the team, we felt it was important we got him signed. General Manager Andy MacPhail said, and MacPhail sure did put his money where his mouth was. When Puckett put ink to paper to sign a 3-year contract, it made him the first player in baseball history to earn an annual salary of up to $3 million. The Twins, led by the brilliance of Puckett, would make another World Series final in 1991 against the Atlanta Braves. It was one of the greatest series in MLB history, one that would stamp Puckett's name in the list of legends. In Game 6, the Atlanta Braves were 1 win away from winning the series after winning Games 3, 4, and 5. Everyone on the Twins team was feeling the pressure, all tightened up and fearful, but a charismatic Puckett told his teammates before the game, and what preceded was an event that would be told for generations to come. Puckett's home run had forced a Game 7 which the Twins won, giving Puckett his second World Series. What the Minnesota Twins and Puckett had going was nothing short of a love story. Puckett played so well in a Twins jersey that it was impossible to picture him anywhere else. But like all good things, they must come to an end, and Puckett's career was no exception. Sadly, it ended in one of the most heartbreaking of ways. On March 28, 1996, Puckett woke up unable to see in his right eye. He underwent surgeries in April, June, and 3 more within the next few months. But with no signs of improvement, his fate was sealed. He wouldn't be able to play baseball ever again. 13 years with the Minnesota Twins, 2,304 hits, 207 home runs, 477 on slugging, and a batting average of .318 in 1,783 games, Puckett was nothing short of a legend. When Puckett retired, the Twins also retired his jersey number of 34. And just to make sure what Puckett did wasn't forgotten, the Twins erected a bronze statue of Puckett with the famous words he told his teammates before Game 6, the 1991 World Series inscribed on it. Are you feeling the Puckett power? Like and subscribe. Off the field, Puckett's impact beyond baseball and his legacy. His prowess wasn't confined to the field. Puckett was a force to be reckoned with both on and off the diamond. Puckett may have given the city of Minneapolis 2 World Series, but Minneapolis gave him the love of his life, Tanya Hudson. They met at a party, and it must have been love at first sight because Puckett made his intentions known immediately. Months later, Puckett took Tanya to the altar on November 1st, 1986. But by not being able to conceive, they adopted a girl and named her Catherine. Later on, they added a boy who would be called Kirby Puckett Jr. Together with his wife, they founded Children's Heart Link, foundation for children suffering from heart conditions. He would host pool tournaments every year, raising millions of dollars for this cause. Puckett really cared for kids and went as far as writing a children's book just for them. He won the Roberto Clemente Award in 1996 for his service and acts of charity to his community. And after his death, the Kirby Puckett Award was created to recognize Twins alumni who follow in his legacy of charity. In 2001, he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in his first year of eligibility. But despite all the telling evidence, not everyone perceived Puckett as a good-hearted hero. It's especially surprising given that this claim comes from people close to him. Controversies and death of Kirby Puckett. Someone close to him has given accounts about how bitter Puckett turned after retirement. One of his friends said that Puckett didn't actually like the kids he pretended to like. But that was not the worst of things going on in his life. His marriage of 16 years also ended when Tanya was convinced of Puckett's affair with another woman. And just like that, Puckett's good works and highly praised images were left for public debate. Nevertheless, the history he wrote as a baseball player remains whole. The baseball world was shaken to the core to learn of Puckett's death on the 6th of March 2006, a week before his birthday. He had suffered a stroke in his home in Phoenix, and despite the best efforts from doctors, he succumbed to his condition. Puckett may be no more, but His story surely lives on. If you enjoyed this video about Kirby Puckett's inspiring tale from rags to riches, check out the video on the screen now or the one we posted below because we're sure you'll like that one too. Let us know in the comments if there's another baseball player whose journey you'd like us to cover. See you there.